So you have a problem with your Hisense with the Roku logo going in the loop. This is where you're going to start. After you get your TV taken apart, you're going to take a look at this circuit board here. This is your main board here. This is your power supply and this is your video. Everything here is going to show what you need to do for your problem. We're going to look at capacitors. These are these little silver top looking guys. They have brown, they have blue, they have black colors on here. And what you want to do is make sure that they have a flat top. And you see the green ones are nice and flat, and these black ones have a point to them. These black ones are actually bad. Microfarads is what's going to be the measurement of these, or farads are what the capacitors are measured in. You'll see the value of that is 10 microfarads, 350 volts. So if you just go on to Amazon, you type in 10 UF space 350V, you'll find a pack of them for like $5. Order a pack. Go to Walmart and buy yourself a little soldering iron. And then you come back to this video and follow instructions, and I'll show you how to replace this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your board with your bad capacitors, and you're going to flip it over, and you're going to identify the areas that they're at. They're right in front of us. You're going to take your soldering iron, and we're going to make sure the soldering iron is nice and hot. And what we're going to do is we're going to heat up one side of the solder joint. And you're going to just pull away. And then this next side, I'm going to push towards. You may have to add solder to the joint for this to help heat up. Okay, that went out. Let's heat this other side again. And that part's off. Let's repeat the process on this capacitor here. Now, before we get too far, you got to remember polarity of your capacitors matter. Now, it is notified on the board or labeled on the board for what orientation of the capacitor. Capacitors are like batteries. You have a positive and a negative. And I'll show you. Okay, this is the positive side, negative side. I'm going to show you the lines like this. All right. Now we're going to take and clean these holes. I forgot to mention when I first started the video, buy a toothpick. You probably already have one. Most of my viewers are women. Just go in your kitchen if you bake and just get one. So what we're doing, we're heating up this pad with the soldering iron. At the same time, we're going to shove this toothpick in the hole and then just twist. And what that's doing is shoving away the solder to make the hole for the capacitor leads to go in. Now this side might be a little bit more difficult because it has a larger copper pad that it's attached to. I'm going to try this again on this side. If you break your tip off, you're just going to have to kind of heat it from the other side and shove the component lead through. And you see that it made two holes there. And I can wave my finger in the background, you can see it go through. After we put the new capacitors in, we'll clean up the solder. The white striped line, that's going to be your negative, and the open is going to be your positive. I'm just going to put new capacitors in. Actually, I have one from an older TV, and we'll get it soldered in. Okay, so I got capacitor in, and it's kind of nice to have some solder left over, and you'll be able to take and just heat this up just a little bit. And I just kind of swipe it, and sometimes it just keeps it there enough that you can just, it'll be tacked on. And then you just use your joint and add the solder. Just like that. And if you can picture Hershey's Kisses for soldered mountains, that's good enough. And repeat the process for the next one. And once you get your new capacitors in, give yourself a pat on the back for doing this. Leave me a comment in the comment section below saying that it fixed your issue, and we'll see you next time.